Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. We've been progressing through the game quite well, trying to gather all of the collectibles, and today's video will be no different. We're heading into the Wargtooth Shallows. I enjoyed questing in this zone quite a lot, but it is a very big zone with a lot of verticality too, so finding these collectibles might be a little challenging. Remember, if you enjoyed today's episode or find it helpful, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. As we break through this broken ship at the beginning of the level, we're going to look down into this crack that we're supposed to jump over. Instead, we're jumping down for our first 20-sided die. There are 21 of these in total in this level. That's quite a lot to get through. So let's keep moving. As we make our way back up to the... Oh, come on, just grab the lip. As we make our way back up to the path that we were intended to take, we are just going to run along the western wall. And this area is going to have another dice for us to pick up very quickly. Just on the scrap of a rotted out ship, we will find our next die. But there's also an obelisk nearby as well as a scroll nearby. There's the die located right here on the map. The scroll we are facing right now is just perched on top of this box right here. And if we head to the west, into this area, there's going to be an obelisk for us to find. If you clear out this obelisk and defeat the boss, you will be rewarded with a little bit of completion for this zone. Found out a little trick to beating this boss. They can't go over the spikes, so they'll try to travel around to get to the other side, but then all you have to do is go to the other side of the spikes. Made it a lot easier. That guy was pretty chunky. He was pretty scary.
His awesome jaw shall chomp no more.
And that's going to do it for this small starting island. So many collectibles already. We're going to be making our way to the east across this bridge, and I'll see you at the next collectible. Now, some general advice for getting collectibles. I try to mention this every episode, just in case you haven't seen all of my videos. You want to make sure that you complete as many of the side quests for each area as you can. That's what we've been doing to prep for these episodes, is like playing through the game for our Let's Play and getting stuff done, and then coming back to try to find every little collectible that we can. Our next one is right up here on the top of that ship. Thought it was going to be a little easier to actually jump onto than it appears that it's going to be. But we can jump across right here to get to the other side without sliding down. Imminent death is not something I'm trying to obtain at the moment. We should be able to jump across this gap as well. If you can't make the jump, just take the bridge right there. No big deal. I do have increased movement speed from my Stabomancer subclass, but I try not to take any paths that you guys can't take, no matter which class that you're playing. As we loop back around to the north, this was the ship in question, and on top of this ship, we find ourselves a long-lost marble. So I'm going to do my best to keep breaking down this area into sections. I'm going to try to finish the northern edge of the map first. So from that marble, which was here, I'm going to make my way east and then north into this area. As we are traveling through the tunnel, we are going to come across the first of the two 20-sided die in this section of the map. This one located just on top of these mushrooms, pretty easy to jump to, and this is our current location. This next one is actually very high up in the northeastern corner of this level. I was hoping I could skip some steps by running across there, but it looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. If we run past these guys, there is gonna be a ramp that heads up into the mountain. We're gonna be taking this winding path all the way up. Eventually reconverging with solid ground here, but not for long. We're going to be making our way around this pillar of coral and back onto the ship in the middle. I'd mentioned this place has a lot of verticality. I hope I'm showing the paths at least relatively well. The 20-sided die is actually in an area we can't access on our own. We're going to have to use this cannon to fire off a projectile that breaks down the main wall here. Inside, you'll find a gun chest. Make sure you loot that after you pick up the 20-sided die. Every single one of those is giving you better loot luck. You might as well try to use it. And once again, we are right here on the map at the very top of the zone. So I have left the area that we were at before at the tippy top of the northern end of the map and made my way east to this long tunnel. There are a bunch of collectibles down this path, and it's kind of out of the way. So in the interest of completing sections of this map at a time, this is the way we are going to go next. After the slide is over, there's actually a lucky die right through the waterfall. That sneaky little devil. That's not the only one close by, though. On the back of the ship to our left, there's another one sitting there waiting. We should be able to take a jump pad right up to the top and then just walk out on the sandy side, and you'll be able to get back here no problem.
Numbers, go!
This room has even more, though. And once again, we are right here on the map just for reference. That's where the waterfall was. That's where the ship one was. We also need to go back into this corner to find ourselves another lucky die.
A poetry page.
And a poetry page on the table next to it. Now we're going to squeeze through this narrow path on the map. This is where those ghosts are hanging out that were singing the shanty during the normal progression of this mission. One of my favorite moments of the game, to be honest. Well, when we get up to these structures, we want to start to climb. And in this corner, there is a 20-sided die. Very easy to miss that one. It is very obscured when you're just walking through the level. There is one more if we continue on this path. Once again, we were right here on the map in this building. There's one more in the clearing up ahead. In order to access the next die, we just need to climb up to the high ground, jump onto the rope ladder, and then turn back to face the north. If we follow this rope walkway over, the 20-sided die is in the middle of this broken ship above everything else in the area. Another really easy one to miss. And that's going to do it for this wing of the map. So there's like a boss down here. I think there's another weapon chest down here too. I don't need to loot those right now. I'm going to see myself out. I'm going to fast travel to the middle. Or to Brighthoof! Ah! Well, now that I'm back in the correct zone, I just fast traveled to this middle location and ran straight east. I don't know if this is the intended way of getting these next two 20-sided die, but it's going to be the way that we do it. As you can see, there's one here that appears to be in jump range, even if I don't have my super speed. So if we just hop on down to the low ground, that's a 20-sided die located right here on the map. But that's not the only one. Oh, the natty 20. You know what that means. You have to like the video now. It's literally required by law. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I just enforce it. You understand. From here, we're just going to jump back onto the coral to the east, and another 20-sided die awaits right next to a Titan tooth. That actually made me jump a little bit. That scared me a little bit. To the east, even more, I guess northeast in this particular instance, we find another gun chest as well. So where we are on this kind of northeastern side of the map, there are two more collectibles. And I think the intended path is to shoot this cannon to open up that door, but I found an even easier way to gather these. Run up the front of the ship and then jump down onto this jump pad. This will launch you to the very top of the map. Nice and easy. Turn to the left and follow the coral wall from here, and there will be a 20-sided die sitting in the corner. This is 12 out of 21. We're making good progress in here. Now, before you leave this area, make your way back onto the wooden platform and start to make your way across. You will see a cannon down beneath us. Come on, there we go. That will knock out a wall located at the bottom of this area. If we move through this, you will find a gun chest on the left and a scroll on the right. And that's going to do it for this little alcove that we've been exploring. So if we head directly south from that area we were just exploring, we'll find these ruins, which are housing another scroll.
I am Chella the Unruly, and this is my tale. When my kind gained consciousness, many saw our new free thought as a curse. But not I. My mind was sharper than any claw, and with it I finally understood the purpose of life itself. Dominion over all others. And so I began my conquest over my brethren. So the wars of the claw began.
If you smack this wall at the back end of this cave, you will find a 20-sided die hidden behind it. I don't know how I feel about those walls, team.
Oh, that's one lucky die.
They're starting to be a much more common trend. The only clue was that this area extends on the map further than you were able to walk. But once again, the location for that was right here. Continuing to move west, past the fast travel, past the vending machines. If you hug the left wall as you go around the corner, there's going to be a 20-sided die just waiting for you atop this rock. From that last collectible, all we did was run west. There is going to be a small jump that we have to make in order to reach the other side. The cave path just kind of loops around in a big circle, but eventually you will come to this opening. And there are a few collectibles for us to grab here. Hug the left wall, work your way around, and there will be a 20-sided dice waiting for you on a raised platform. Once again, that is right here on the map. From that, you can already see the puzzle, the parkour puzzle we have to solve. But there's also a scroll located here. All right, let's start the puzzle. I've never done this one before, just like always. There's one there, one on the far left. And crap, where's the first one? Oh, way in the back. Oh, green color blindness failing me now. Just give that one a little reset, We'll try it again. I'm sure it'll be no big deal. In order to reach the other side, looks like we do have to take this jump pad across, which is probably why the first of the objectives was on the far side. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm going to keep my movement speed going. It should help out quite a lot. So here's the first one. We turn to face the other, which is just chilling on this cliffside. Slide underneath that board, and we should be able to access that no problem. And the final one is right up here on the edge of this coral. That one wasn't too bad at all. Once you find the first one you have to go to.
It's supposed to be impossible.
For the next 20-sided die, we don't have to go far. Simply look down and to the left, and it is tucked underneath that coral here in the corner.
Getting lucky.
Not getting lucky. The rest of the collectibles in this area are actually at the top of this super sketchy structure. So I wish you the best in climbing it. Maybe that wasn't maybe you were supposed to just take the jump pad there. That would have solved a lot of your problems. Maybe get rid of some of that anxiety. Once you get to the top, there is this small little town. Well, the first of the die are located just underneath this anchor. How nice of that was it to open up the door for us? Where is it? Where is it? There it is, right in the corner. Looked past it a few times.
More the dice.
But we got it, and our roll wasn't much better. Was not much better. Gun chest down here as well. Might as well treat ourselves to some loot. And then the other of the die is, I think, right up here, located behind some boxes that we can break.
Lucky you.
Nice. In order to leave this high rise, we're going to look to the east. At the very tip of where we can walk, there is a jump pad that launches us over to a platform that we were not able to reach earlier. And if we play our cards right, and indeed we did, there is a 20-sided die waiting for us right here,
You feel luckier.
and a poetry page right underneath this. And with that, there's really not that much left. We are almost done. If you've been following this guide to a T, there are 2 more lucky die that we need to uncover, as well as 1 marble that is waiting to be collected. We are heading into this southern tip of the map. That is where the rest of the collectibles are going to reside. As we enter the central chamber, we are going to keep the wall on our right side and follow it around. There will be a large courtyard here with a bunch of enemies, all trying to siphon what little HP you might have left. If we jump across over that gap and then make our way up here, you will see a die sitting in between the pillars,
One lucky die.
far out of reach for what the normal path is here. But luckily for us, we found it. Next, we are looking for a marble at this western location. This one's kind of hard to find. There is an anchor way up top that you have to break. Once that anchor falls, it'll open up a new area in the middle of the map that leads right down to that lost marble and to 2 gun chests as well. Whoa, Mimic! Only 1 gun chest! And the final of the collectibles for this zone is on the other side of this broken bridge on the very southern tip of this area. Jump across, fight some enemies that spawn in here, and perched atop a broken pillar. Looks like we have to go this way. Yeah. Perched atop a broken pillar, we will find the final of the 20-sided die. And that should be 100% completion for you if you followed this guide to a T. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This zone was very big and intimidating, but we managed to get every single one of them. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys again soon with another zone that we can complete.